Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I'm going to tell you about my September favorites. I am kind of thrown off right now because I feel like I just looked at the calendar and suddenly we were at the end of September. This month really flew by for me, and I have a lot of great products that I enjoyed this month. I'm also going to share my reading list with you because I'm about to finish a book, and it will be the only book that I've finished this month. But since I haven't finished it yet, I can't really recommend it or not because I don't know how it ends. But I did just purchase 2 new books, so I'm going to share my upcoming reading list with you. And I have a whole wide variety of products that I enjoyed that I want to share with you. Some new things, some rediscovered favorites. I've got jewelry, nail polish, fragrance, makeup. I do sort of feel like this is another fall favorites video, but you know what? I'm living my best autumnal life, and that's just the reality of the situation. So is this sort of like a bunch of fall favorites? Maybe, kind of. I don't know. Let's start with my reading list first. I just got both of these books. I had them on pre-order, so they shipped to me as soon as they released. I buy and read every single thing Jasmine Guillory writes. I know this cover and then the title, Drunken Love, makes this book seem like club scene, but it's actually set in Napa Valley. I think it's going to be like a wine country romance, but the cover definitely giving a little bit of a flashback to the days when I used to be young and cool and go out to dance in clubs. But now I will live vicariously through this book, and I'm not at all mad about that, not one little bit. This one I had on pre-order because The Kiss Curse is the sequel to The X-Hex. I think I recommended that one around this time last year, which is when I read the first book in this series. That one was cute, it was a little magical romance, so it seems like this is going to be more of the same, and again, not mad about it at all. So that's my reading list for this month. I will try to actually finish some books this next month, and I'll let you know how these are. Okay, next up, let's talk about some jewelry. I have been wearing, loving, and talking about my own jewelry from my Etsy shop for quite a while now because my fall and Halloween pieces are my absolute favorite things that I make all year long. So you've heard me talk quite a lot about the things that I make. I'm wearing some of my fall leaves earrings now, but I wanted to shout out a couple of other small businesses on Etsy that I recently made purchases from, and I found some of the cutest earrings, and these are totally different from what I make. I just love seeing all different kinds of mediums, all different kinds of styles and creativity. There's just so much cool stuff on Etsy. I love being a part of Etsy. I love the things that I make, but I also really enjoy seeing other styles and what other artists come up with. So the first pair are these little polymer clay earrings. These are from a shop called Foxy Method. I'll show you a close-up. They're these little witches' hats and pumpkins, and they're just so cute. You do have to be kind of careful. Polymer clay can sometimes be fragile. These are so thin and lightweight and just so beautifully made. The craftsmanship is perfection. If you purchase something like this, you can't just throw it down. You can't throw it in your bag to travel. You do need to kind of take care of these. I'll probably keep this on this card to store them so that they don't get crunched in my jewelry box because I do tend to just kind of throw stuff in there. But these are just so delicate and cute and pretty. I love them. They're like country chic, but make it witchy. I like that. Now, another medium that I don't work with is resin. So I found these awesome resin spooky Halloween earrings. These are from a shop called Golden Antler Studio. I love these. Look at these sparkly cauldrons. These little more understated ghosty earrings. I say understated. I mean, they're pretty large, but they're just so cute. They're so pretty, special, completely different from anything else I have. I just love these. Try to stop me from wearing Halloween earrings and full Halloween clothes all September, October. You can't do it. You just can't stop me. I love these. These are so, so cute. You do want to be careful with resin pieces too. I've broken a couple of pairs that I purchased from just throwing them in my travel bag. So just be careful with your jewelry. It's handmade and it can break easily. But these are so freaking cute, especially these cauldrons. I love them. Okay, next up, I want to talk about my new favorite fragrance. I feel like I've discovered a lot of great new fragrances recently, especially this year has been the year of discovering my love of perfumes. And oh man, this is Jazz Club from Replica. I purchased this in my Sephora quiz video. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it, go check it out, where I took a bunch of the buying guide quizzes on the Sephora website and then purchased the things they recommended and then tested them out. This was one of the recommendations, and oh my gosh, I love this fragrance. It is rich and warm and a little bit spicy, but a little bit familiar. There's just something about it that's so perfect. When I use up this little travel size one, I'm going to purchase a full size of this Replica Jazz Club perfume because it's so good. I love it so much. I do have two favorite nail polishes that I have been absolutely loving. They're both from Zoya. This one called Autumn, I wore in like at least half the videos that I made this past month. So this is Zoya's Autumn and this is Edita. Yes, I googled and listened to a bunch of different ways to say this. That seems to be the accepted pronunciation. So Edita and Autumn. Autumn obviously is a perfect golden, rusty, orangey red. Couldn't get a better fall color. But this Edita shade is such a great fall to winter shade. For me, it gives the vibes of wearing black nail polish, but it's more of like a warm brownish charcoal kind of color. It has a little bit of gold sparkle, so there's a little bit of sparkle and softness, but it still gives those vampy nails. So these are my two favorite polishes over the last month, and to be honest with you, I'm probably gonna still be wearing these a lot through October, because I mean, come on, perfect shades. Now let's talk about my favorite palettes of the month. These probably won't be a surprise. If you've been paying attention, especially on Instagram, it's these two. It's the Tarte Maneater After Dark palette and this Hudson Valley palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I do have dedicated reviews with swatches and tutorials with both of these palettes on my channel. I cannot get enough of these. The number of times I have recommended these palettes in private conversations, not even in my job as a YouTuber, influencer, whatever you want to say, but just to my friends and to people who ask me about what I'm enjoying right now. These two come up over and over and over again. I'm pretty sure right now that this Tarte Maneater After Dark palette is an Ulta exclusive at the moment. So this may not be super widely available if you don't have access to an Ulta, but I'll check to see if they have released this on the Tarte site or anywhere else since I did my review, because I know when I reviewed this, it was Ulta exclusive. Hopefully they will expand the availability of this palette because it's beautiful. And then this Nomad palette, I mean, first of all, just look at the front cover. I want to live inside of this palette. I love the range of colors in here. I think this one is a little bit more specifically geared towards people who like color, whereas if you are looking for maybe a little bit more neutral take on fall colors, you'll like the Tarte one better. But the shades in here are just the perfect balance between neutrals and bold colors. I love the mix of shades in here. I wish there was a little bit more shimmer, but I've just been pairing this with some of the gorgeous foily shimmers from my Tarte palette if I'm looking for a little something extra shimmery, and I just can't say enough good things about this. This has become my #1 favorite Nomad palette. It's yummy. It's just a yummy, yummy color story. You're gonna need to go watch the video just to see this red shade swatched because it's unreal. Lastly, for makeup, I have 3 lip colors that have just been going strong for me this month. This is one of those perennial favorites. It's the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline in the shade Stone. This is the perfect neutral gloss. I never tire of this. And I'm not sure what lip color to wear, especially if I'm having a hard time pairing a lip color with a more colorful eye look. I go with this and it never fails me. It's just this beautiful, neutral, comfy, juicy, yummy little gloss. I love this. It'll probably always stay in rotation for me, and when this one expires, I guarantee you I will buy another one. I've also been doing a lot of warm, toasty, rusty, autumnal liquid lips, matte lip colors over the past month. I've been leaning into this fall aesthetic, and these two have been my go-to. This is the little fall Too Faced collection melted matte that came out. It's called PSL. And this is the NYX Smooth Whip in the shade Faux Fur that I have been wearing on repeat. These are just my two perfect fall colors right now. And if you want more fall lip color recommendations, I did do a favorite fall lip colors video a couple weeks back, so you can go and check that out. I'll try to remember to link it in the description box. If I forget, just remind me in the comments. That rounds up my September favorites and potentially future October favorites, all around fall favorites, whatever you want to call it, recent favorites. Now's the time when I want to hear what you've been enjoying. Do we have any of the same things on our reading list? Do we have any of the same favorite products? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Did anything in that intro make sense? We'll find out. Look at my little Halloween Hello Kitty mug. I got my leaves. I have these fall leaves all over my whole house. Just wanted to put some in my office, but I didn't want to go too crazy decorating in here. So we got a little Halloween happening here. All right, focus. No promises though. I can't read if I'm really overwhelmed or really anxious. That's just been my reality. I know I've mentioned that before and a couple other people said they had the same experience, so that was actually really helpful to hear. Thank you for sharing that you have the same struggles. Somebody send that clip to my husband so that he knows what to get me for Christmas. I'm just kidding, I'll tell him. I sent him like links and I'm like, buy these things for me. Some people might think that's not romantic, but it works for us. And I still get surprised because, first of all, I send him a ton of different options. So it's not like I just send him 3 things and then he buys all 3 for me. I send him a bunch of different stuff I like, and then sometimes he kind of riffs off of those things. One year for Christmas, I sent him this Hocus Pocus. I think it was a t-shirt that I really wanted, and he ended up finding me a White Claw koozie. What do you call whatever you call it where you live? I realize this is a very regional word. You know, the squishy sleeve thing that you put a cold can into? I call it a koozie. Some people call it other things. We're all right. We all know what we're talking about. He found a really cute Hocus Pocus, one of those. So, you know, it's just guidance. It's more of a guideline. What am I even talking about? Get back to the video. I'm Googling it. When I don't know how to pronounce something, I Google it. Edita. I mean, I have a toasty orange eye, orange matte lip, orange fall leaf earrings, orange sweater on. I am living the dream right now. Absolutely living the dream. By the way, my eyeshadow is this new Empowered palette from Huda. I probably already have my video on this up, so if you're interested, go check it out because I think this look turned out so pretty. I always love the Huda big palettes though, so no surprise. All right, I gotta go walk around outside and take a gratuitous number of pictures of every single leaf that is no longer green that I encounter, because that's my new pastime. You know, I'm just soaking up the joy. You gotta take it wherever you can get it. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for putting up with all of my fall shenanigans and all of my fall content. And I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here and I love your face so much, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.